All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So, the truth of the matter is, this is part two. The truth about the Pixel 6. Well, here's the truth. We are into the middle of January, and we're still waiting on an update for Google to fix a lot of the issues that people are having. Now, at this point in the game, for me, I'm not having any major issues with my Pixel 6 or my Pixel 6 Pro. I'm not having any issues with them, just no problems whatsoever. But like I said in the previous video, I guess I'm not going to ignore the fact that they are not pushing out updates to these devices right here. For some reason, all my other Pixels are up to date. And in another video, I talked about it could possibly be the Tensor chip. And some people said, no, it's not the Tensor chip. Well, you don't know. You don't know what it is, just like I don't know what it is. We don't know why Google is slowing the roll down on pushing out updates to their new devices. But what we do know, and we cannot deny, and we cannot ignore, is that it's only for the newer devices. Now, there are people out there who are having some major issues. They're still saying that it's buggy, and I just don't have any issues with this thing or my 6 Pro. I hope that Google does get these things rectified for the people out there that are having problems. But I'm not one of those people, if I'm being honest. I don't have any camera issues. Only thing I could call an issue, because it's not really happening on both, it's just a matter of my fingerprint reader. The fingerprint reader on the 6. Now, I'm going to take some responsibility for this because I do have a tempered glass on here, but I do have it turned on to increase the sensitivity of the display. So my fingerprint reader on the 6 Pro has always been better than the 6 for some reason. It's just been better. It's been better. And it could be my right thumb or whatever, but a lot of times it'll unlock with my left thumb better. But my 6 fingerprint reader has never been as good as the 6 Pro. I don't know why that is. But what I can tell you is that after putting on this White Stone Dome, it's gotten worse. Now, I can go in and set up other fingerprints on there, and I'll probably do that right now. Since I set up this, initially when I set this up, I didn't erase my fingerprints. But it started to do that like you just saw there, where it wouldn't unlock on the first try. It could just be my right thumb just having some issues. But so I went in and I removed all the fingerprint readers, the fingerprints that were set up in there, and I put them back in to start fresh with this White Stone Dome that's on here. And I still stand firm on what I said. I did a video on the Pixel 6 Pro stating that that's the best glass screen protector for your device. And I think it is for this device as well. The Pixel 6 has always had some kind of controversy behind the fingerprint reader. So with me, I wasn't having any problems with the fingerprint reader before. And I think the fact that I'm having some issues now is because of this tempered glass. But I can rectify that by taking it off or just adding more fingerprints, because it does work. But that's not a bug to me. That's not really a bug to me. A bug is when people are saying things are crashing. I've been reading some of these comments on what's happening to people's phones, and I'm just blown away at how many people are having, some people, it's not this large crowd. Like, let's just say they sold 100 million of these. It might only be 500,000 people that appear to be having problems. But when you magnify it the way you do, and people get online and really follow just one or two people who have that larger voice, it turns into that. So that's why it appears to be so bad, because most consumers don't flock to social media when they have a problem. They just go back to the carrier where they bought it, or they take the phone into the store, something like that. Most people don't start jumping on Twitter saying, I need you to fix this, and they just don't do it because they're not into technology like that. More than likely, they go back to the source where they bought it. That's the fact. Most people, if you go to Walmart and buy a kitchen table or some chair or something like that, and the legs don't screw on properly, you don't go to Walmart on Twitter or Instagram or something and start posting pictures or asking other people, did your leg screw in wrong like this? You don't do it. You box it up, you take it back to the store and say, I need to exchange this. That's what you do. But unfortunately with technology, it's not like that, because again, those who have any kind of voice they go to social media in most situations, or they'll just say one or two little sentences, and then people believe everything, and then people start to follow that, even if they're not having that issue, and they push that narrative. But as I stated at the beginning of this video, I'm not going to ignore the fact that they are not pushing out updates to this device. I've got my 4A is updated. These older Pixels are updated to January security patch, and it's got all the latest things there. But the reason I'm a little bit more lenient, I guess I want to say, on the topic is because I'm not having as many problems. And then also, if I were having those problems, out goes the SIM card and into something else. It's just that simple. To me, still though, this is the best bang for buck if you want one of the newer Pixels. And if you just feel like you just want a Pixel, this is your Pixel, folks. Now the 5A is looking pretty good, huh? Yeah, it's getting all the updates. You know what I mean? It's everything is happening right. No problems with this phone. They've rectified it. So I would say, just kind of give them a chance still if you can't return it or you just don't want to sell it. If this is your only device, I will say this though, if this is your only device and you did a trade-in to get it or, whatever, because it sounds like the Pixel 6 Pro is not having as many problems, I would say, based on what I'm reading. I could, I can't read everything on the internet, but it sounds like the Pixel 6 is the one that's having a little bit more problems for some people, because this is a big seller. It costs $399 and it's absolutely fantastic bang for buck. So with that being said, no problems for me with the Pixel 6, other than me trying different screen protectors and the fingerprint reader not working as quickly as it should, or it's not opening it at all. So I don't know about you, but I think Google really needs to get on the ball because we're in the middle of January just about, and it started, we should have, I'm on the November security patch for both. Now, again, I'm just pushing and advocating for the people who just are having so many problems they just can't use the phone. They want to use the phone, but they just can't get past all the bugs and things like that. I've heard people saying that they're dropping calls and all these things, and I'm thinking, wow, I'm just fortunate not to have those issues. So I'm happy that I'm not having those issues. But this discussion is for those people that are. So if you are having a ton of issues, let me know what they are in the comments. If you're at a place where you can't return it and you just don't want to sell it, or you could reset it and sell it, but then what if they send the update and and you got to start all over again, because you're not going to get what you paid for it, that's for sure. So if you're one of those people that have the Pixel 6 or the Pixel 6 Pro, I mean, my Pixel 6 Pro is flawless in every sense of the word. I haven't had any problems with major issues like software issues with these since the beginning, but the updates that they push to this thing fix those issues for me. So, but if you're just still having problems like with the phone call thing, like people are saying, oh, I dropped phone calls, and because that's more along the modem, that's not really so much software. That has something to do with the modem and the device, and there's too much that goes into things like that. But processing power, everything is here. The Tensor chip seems to be performing well. I've always said that if the Tensor chip fails, the phone will fail. So at this point in the game, we do not know why Google is not pushing in a hurry to push. Obviously, they're finding out things, and so they want to hold back until they can get it actually corrected. But we don't know why Google is holding back so strongly on their brand new devices. We don't know why. But when they push it out, all the people that are having all those issues and they're having so strong feelings about it, they will be back to Team Pixel, because they will then have the flawless, best value, best bang for buck of a newer flagship style device. And, they'll be able to continue to enjoy their Pixel device, because this Seafoam is got to be one of the most beautiful. The Coral and the Seafoam are the best colors of all the Pixels to me at this point in the game. I really like the Silver Pixel, but the Coral and this Seafoam to me are the best colors by far. I really, really like these two colors, and I was kind of wishing, like, man, I wish I could have got a Coral. I could get a Coral, but I don't need one. So I hope you guys do find a way to work through your issues with your Pixel 6 or Pixel 6 Pro. I do feel bad about people who are having problems out there, but these are great devices to me, and I'm not going to make an excuse for Google for dropping the ball on their security patches. That's just not right. So if you have a Pixel 6 and you want to vent in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.